Hey! Wrong!
Hey!
I did it! Do you believe that?
Oh. I was like, oh my God, he hasn't done it again.
I know, I couldn't believe it. I was watching it, Matt. I'm watching it and going, it's like 7, 6. I managed to get there, so that's pretty good. Welcome to Matt and Shabby's Aussie Night. As you can see by our flag behind us, you know, we're celebrating everything Australia. I know, look at this. So we've got a few Australians on tonight, and I don't know what to say about these lads. Every one of them I've watched for ages. I enjoyed them. And me, you and Ted are talking about getting these Aussies on how many times now?
Oh, we've been trying to sort this out for months, haven't we?
We haven't really. I mean,
it's all the different times and stuff. It's a right pain, isn't it? So I've stayed up really late. So if I start going, don't worry, but now I'll be all right.
Well, this is why we're doing it on a Saturday, isn't it, Matt? Because you know, you talk to the Australian lads and it's Monday morning on a Sunday, and then everyone's at work. And blah, blah,
so it's
blah,
Sunday morning for them, and it's Saturday evening for me, and it's afternoon for you, isn't it? So
so let's just have a look who's here, mate. We've got Tez is here, Rolando.
Hi, Rolando.
Nick, only one.
Hi, Nick. Oppie. Michael.
Oh, become the last. Oh, well, you know, if Tez can make it later on, then he'll come on and tell us all about it.
He's not been banned, you know. He's like, he might upset someone. Yeah.
Nicey Spoony we've got. Oh, no, we've got to ask for that, haven't we? What Nicey Spoony is? I deliberately didn't work it out. I deliberately made sure I didn't look it up. So, hi, Cat.
Hi, Cat.
We got Tim. There he is,
Tim's,
Mr. Boss.
Look at this.
Hi, Nicole. Lovely
hi,
to see
Nicole.
Jedi Berry's here. Wow,
Jedi
man,
Berry.
they've all come out. Left for Dead Fet's here.
Left for Dead.
Vintage. And you English lads, thanks for staying up.
Yeah, you're still up on a Saturday. Yeah. Oh, the wife's here.
Yeah, my missus is here. Bloody hell.
She's keeping an eye on you.
Unbelievable.
Hey, sorry.
Master Joe.
Master Joe, look at this.
Lord Mavalda. I think the Australian lads are going to get all this tonight, aren't they? We should have wore hats of quirks on, shouldn't we? But that would have gone down not well. Right, well, let's start getting them on. We've got a couple of them down here now. I think they'll start to trickle in once they've had their coffee and so forth. So the first one we've got, everyone knows who this fella is. It is the 40s with Jesse. There he is.
It was just drinking.
Everyone know?
We all know.
I think we know.
Pal?
I'm doing very well. How are you guys? It's great to talk to you guys again. It's been a long time.
It's
a very long time. Yeah.
It's been ages. Claire's here.
Oh, Claire's here.
Fuller's Tez size from Blackpool. Right. Second one, we all know him from the live streams. We all know him from Twitter. And it's his first appearance. Here he is. Howard Jason.
Look at that. He's so chilled.
Hi, Jace. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Are you laid back? Are you not nervous, Jace?
Just chilled out. Just chilled out. Yeah.
And our next lads, I found these two lads on YouTube going through some stuff, and some of the stuff they have is unbelievable, and they've just gone from strength to strength. I mean, it's Matt and Andrew, and they are the lads from Keep On Collecting. There they are.
Hey,
hey, Shabby and Matt. Hey, Jason. Hey, Jesse.
Hello, guys.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Oh, man, it's brilliant. Thank you so much for having us on. So, in Australia, are you anywhere near each other, or are you? Because you seem to forget how big Australia is. It's a big place, man, you know. Yeah. We all think that you live next door to Mike and Mike lives next door to Jesse. You know? But we don't realise how big the place is. So how far away, how many time zones is this? Like 3 time zones?
Oh, wait a minute, Jess. We're just gonna coming down the road to you now. We'll be there in a minute.
I
don't know where Jesse. Where does Jesse come from? Where do you come from, Jesse?
Well, I'm in Adelaide.
Oh,
Australia. So.
Yeah, it's a few hours away. Yeah, it's another state.
You don't think it, do you, Matt? We're always like, no, he was next door. Do you know?
See, Matt lives up the coast and I live down the south coast.
So we're 2 hours away from each other. Yeah.
All right. Crikey.
Yeah. So
I'm on the other side of the planet.
This morning.
Yeah. Well, there's a point, Jason. You're over here like I am. I mean, I'm English in the States. You're Australian in the States. Yeah. What is it about back home that you miss, mate? I mean, you've been here, what, 3 years now, isn't it, Jason?
It's almost 3 years. Yeah, and it's only 6 months until I go home, which is going to be good. But, I don't know. I think I miss the beaches. I miss the food. It's like you guys. I miss pies. I miss pasties, all the good stuff that we had back home that Americans just don't get,
See, I think the same way. It's like when the English lads all bring out the sausage rolls and the pork pies and stuff like that. You're like, no way. It's weird, isn't it? The little things that you miss. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But Jesse, keep on collecting, man. Go on, Jason.
Oh, no, where I was in New South Wales, I was right near the coast. And so every morning I'd get up and go for a walk along the beach. It was fantastic. So that's the sort of stuff I miss, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I bet you do, though. But is the weather more or less the same as it is in Texas, as it is in Australia?
Not as hot, but it's definitely hot and humid in Queensland, where I'm originally from. So
yeah. And what about the rest of you boys? Have you ever been to the States or have you ever been to England, where me and Matt are? Or
I've been to the States twice. I went in 2017. Basically, both trips were for Star Wars Celebration. I went to Orlando and then and then in 2019 went to Chicago. So I've been to Vegas, San Francisco, Sacramento. Did a stop off in Texas in one of the airports, but that was about it. But yeah, haven't done any of the Northeast coast yet. So like New York, I haven't done any of that yet. So hopefully in the next year or two, I can get back over there.
And what about Matt and Andrew? Have you been over here or been to England?
I think Matt's is the farthest I've ever been, but Matt's been a couple of times, haven't you, Matt?
Yeah, not to the UK, but to the States a few times. I've been to San Antonio.
I should have gone seen Jason. Should have gone seen Jason while you're there.
Just 3 hours down the road.
So a little bit of the States, Florida. Just the family trips. To the Disneys. And what else? We're trying to get to San Diego. We were, but before
COVID hit,
pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get there.
We were talking to Mike, and you had it pretty strict in Australia. The pandemic. I mean, where we are, we felt it, of course we did, but nowhere closed. Do you know what I mean? And obviously you wore your mask, but we could still go toy hunting. Mike was telling us there's a couple of places in the supermarkets that they sectioned off. You weren't even allowed to go in there. Is that correct?
I think it differed from state to state. A lot of all the sort of state governments were sort of doing their own sort of thing and setting their own rules. So it was a little bit confusing talking to people from interstate. It was all so different, but for the most part, like South Australia dealt with it really well. The government dealt with it really well. We just locked everything down pretty quickly, and we still had our basic needs and requirements and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely had a few. I think in the 2 years or whatever, I think I only had to take a week off work where we shut down, and that was it. So it wasn't too bad.
No, that's not that bad at all. And what about you boys? Did you feel it where you were, or?
Yeah, well, I actually got caught it. I mean, I was double vaccinated.
I did.
And it's the sickest I've ever been. And, but so, we were home for, I think, both years. I was, because I worked for the uni, and they just sent us home. I was at home for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And we couldn't go anywhere. It was pretty bad.
Suki got it. My oldest daughter got it from school, and I ended up getting it, and it just knocked me. It was weird. It was a weird illness, if you will. It just knocks you senseless in a way. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm not here to talk about it. Yeah. So, one of the things, I mean, living in America, you get to know all the American lads that are here and what they grew up with and the pop culture. So I just want to know, Australians, what was it like for you? Because in England, our TV was best of both worlds. We had a lot of Australian TV. We had a lot of American TV. So we grew up with like that, basically. In America, I'm not sure that they've had that much Australian stuff over here because no one knows about, any of the soaps or any of the films or whatever. So you tell me, guys, what it was like growing up in Australia, and the pop culture that you found, and where was it coming from? Because I know they keep on collecting, guys. You've got a lot of Doctor Who stuff. So obviously Doctor Who must have been big in Australia. But if you'd like to tell me what you grew up watching and, what were your influences, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, obviously, Doctor Who, 100%.
Yeah, well, Doctor Who was huge in Australia.
Yeah.
In fact, I might have mentioned this before to people, but in the 80s, Doctor Who was failing in England, and the ABC, which is like the BBC, they pumped money to the BBC to keep it going because it was so popular in Australia.
That's that's what the British TV though did with with Neighbours, wasn't it, Matt? They kept that going in Home and Away.
Yeah, Channel 5 kept to the Neighbours going. Yeah, they were paying for it to be made, I think, still. Yeah, and then So.
Yeah, no, I've got very, very fond memories of coming home in the afternoon and Doctor Who would be on and the goodies. And it was just it was just the after. Yeah, it was just like an afternoon. You get down, sit in front of the television, and you have the goodies, and you have Doctor Who, or you have Blake Seven. Sometimes it was just like all that British sort of comedy, but and sci-fi. But then also like a lot of American stuff as well. I saw as well when I was a kid.
Yeah. Do you remember the Q series with Spike Milligan? Do you guys remember that? Yes. Spike Milligan had that short 5-minute thing.
I remember Spike Milligan. I don't remember the Q series on it though.
Yeah, they ran it like 5 minutes before the goodies. Yeah. I'm going, I'll get rid of this rubbish. I want the goodies.
But we had a lot of American. We had the best, like we had the best of both worlds because we had the British stuff, and we had the American cartoons and all that sort of thing. And
so was it the same for you as it was for us as kids, especially when it came to American movies? They were always out about a year after, about 6 months after. You never actually saw it then.
They'd be about a year after they were by the time they come out here, and sort of thing, or at least near a year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it took a while to get out here.
To come out to Australia. Yeah,
like Star Wars. I think Star Wars. I can't remember in America was earlier 77, and we got it in October, I think. Yeah. So that's probably about 6 months later we got.
Yeah, because I know Star Wars ran over here. The actual first for about a year. It was on the theatres for a year, but I don't think we got it till the later end of it. Because I remember being a kid and you saw these posters for like the Goonies or Explorers, whatever. And we weren't getting it for about a year after, and I was like, oh, you're joking. Yeah. Luckily, there's no social media back then, was it? So it couldn't really ruin it for you. But still, I mean, it's
100%, yeah. But you're right. There's all those shows. Yeah, we just shared what you guys had. It's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, Matt? I'm taking over here. Do you have anything?
No. Well, Jesse's a bit younger than all of us, isn't he? So Jesse was. Jesse must have had a sort of more because Jesse. Well, I'm sorry to ask. How old are you again, Jesse? You're.
I'm 34.
He's 34. So yeah, he's a bit younger than us. So you had to grow up with different sort of. I guess what was your.
Well, my childhood really sort of consisted of Ninja Turtles was probably one of the bigger things. So I've always got that nostalgia factor. But, my very early years was Thomas the Tank Engine, which is just... It's just the greatest thing ever. I love that as a kid. I had Thomas everything, like Thomas bed sheets, pictures on the wall, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, cartoons like Ninja Turtles, Street Sharks... Biker Mice from Mars, all that kind of stuff. That was sort of what I grew up on in the early
90s stuff. Yeah.
Until I was hit with the Star Wars thing. So
there you go, Michael. It was released in Australia in 1977. Was it? Wasn't it? Almost Shabby's favorite. Someone just put a thing up about Round the Twist, and I never knew Round the Twist was Australian.
It's brilliant. I just love that. That was my big thing over here. It was massive.
I remember this. Yeah, I remember there's a theme song on it. Have you ever felt like?
Yeah, it was the lighthouse. They all lived in a lighthouse, didn't they? Lived in a lighthouse.
Mate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Must have missed that one.
That was the TV show that the schools, like at primary school, everyone always had like a video cassette of it. So when the teacher didn't feel like teaching, they'd wheel in the TV trolley and put Round the Twist on for us. So that was just that kind of show.
What was Round the Twist? What years was that? Was that really early 80s or?
Oh, it might have been late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah,
I was going through school in the 90s, so it was.
Yeah, it must have been about that late.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I missed it then. Maybe I was just getting to that age because I'm 46, so maybe I was getting to that age where I wasn't really watching kid stuff. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's funny about that.
We've got some weird puppet program. Those moments when the teachers are feeling lazy, they wheel out the TV Yeah, go watch this. It was called Smedley's Weekly with this weird puppet thing, and you just dreaded like this TV being wheeled out. No, not Smedley's Weekly. No.
Smedley's Weekly. Right. Something happened. I don't know whether you saw USR yesterday, but something happened in the chat where everyone was laughing about this thing called knifey spoony. Right. So me and Matt were like, "What's knifey spoony?" So I didn't look this up. And the reason I think it's a Simpsons preference, but the reason I didn't look it up, they all said, wait till the Australians on tomorrow night and you can ask them. So, what's knifey spoony? What is it?
I think that was just if that was from the Simpsons, I'd probably taken off Crocodile Dundee, where he probably pulled out the knife.
Right.
You know, or something like that. But I don't remember anything being like knifey spoony or a game like that. So
yeah, no, that's straight out the Simpsons. It's
Is it? Yeah,
it's the same as the way Mike uses dollary doos.
Straight
out the Simpsons as well.
Right.
So is this just a Mike thing that no one actually says dollary doos? Is that what it is?
No, well, it's grown on a few of us now that Mike says it so often, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I got a bit of hate yesterday because I've never really bothered watching Simpsons. Everyone was shocked that I don't have any interest.
I must admit, I was shocked too. I was like, "What's going on, man? You've got to watch it, mate. It's one of those things you just have to watch The Simpsons."
Just the wife doesn't like it, so I probably just don't watch it. So yeah.
Has anyone collected the Simpsons action figures in the day? You know, the World of Simpsons.
I've seen them. I never collected them.
No.
Yeah, I've got a heap. They actually were quite good action figures. They had a chip in them, and they interacted with their little scene. And they said a lot of phrases and things like that. Yeah, they're really good.
Interacted with their environment.
Yeah.
I know. Is it Jules Barrett we've had on? He's got a massive collection of Simpsons figures. I remember him saying that. So they are quite collectible, aren't they? Still, I guess.
Yeah, they're very good. Yeah.
G'day, Dickie.
And it's also open to the chat too. So if the chat's got any questions for the Australians, you just jump in and I'll put your question up. No problem. Right. So toys as a kid. All right. So you're all little Aussies. You're all in Australia. What was the best toys for you? I mean, what did you absolutely love as a kid?
You want to go first, Jesse?
Anyone?
Yeah, sure. Again, it goes back to like the cartoons I watched. It was Ninja Turtles. Like I had all the Ninja Turtles as a kid. I had Thomas the Tank Engine Trains when they were actually like die-cast metal, and they had the sticker on the face, the sticker face. Yeah, all sorts of stuff like that. And it really was all sort of Biker Mice, Ninja Turtles, Action Man, which is like Australia's, and I think it was Britain's version of G.I. Joe as well. We had Action Man.
Action Man was the 12-inch. Yeah, Action Man was the 12-inch.
Yes, yeah.
And then the 3/4-inch was Action Force. So
and then G.I. Joe, yeah.
It wasn't Palatoy for you boys, it was Toll Toys. Is that right that you had over there?
Toll Toys, yeah.
And did they have the license for like Star Wars and everything else?
Yeah, they made the Land Speeder here in Australia and packaged it here and had Toll Toys on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I had the cardboard. Well, they had the Pally Toys Death Star, and there was a Toll Toys one. So
yeah, and to find Toy Toys anything on card is so rare now, isn't it? I can't believe it's so hard to find anything, and I'm surprised collectors didn't keep loads of it. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's such a like, you see Kenner and Palatoy, loads of it, but Toy Toys just don't. See a lot of it
at work.
It's all in our landfill.
Yeah. Now, if I can just go on, Jesse. I was just
you're right.
If you don't mind, if I can just cut in a minute, there's a gentleman that's going to come in, and we're going to have to be a bit shy. He's new to YouTube and he's new to all this sort of stuff. So if you can just
is
come in and say
hello,
hello,
dear,
he's right there. So. Hey, Mike.
Is he are you there, Mike?
Hey, hello. Oh, my computer shit the bed. I'm very, very sorry I'm late.
No. It's good to see you, buddy.
Sorry, do you need some hand? Do you need a hand with YouTube, Mike? You're right, yeah.
Don't ask me. Do not ask me.
What do you do with these nudes?
I was watching this here. Yeah, my computer played up. I was watching on the big screen there, and I heard my name and Dollary Doos come up, and I'm like, come on, load it up quickly. Good to see you as well. Look at all these fresh faces.
I know, look at him. I like the fact that Darth Muzza's in the chat, and he should be on here.
What's going on?
Anyway, Jesse, I cut you off, my friend. You carry on.
I lost my train of thought, but that's all good. I'm sure it'll come back to me.
You were talking about Thomas the Tank Engine. Your things you had as a kid that you really liked.
Oh yeah, and it was basically up until Star Wars, but there was all sorts of stuff throughout the 90s that I got, and there was Action Man. There was I'm just completely blanking on what else I had, like toy wise as a kid growing up. But definitely.
So Jesse, that's all you collect now is Star Wars. You don't go back and want to collect any of those turtle things or Street Sharks, or just hard to get them. Yeah,
no, just the budget doesn't allow for it, and I'm like, can't dive down these rabbit holes of nostalgia. It's just too much. I was at a toy fair a couple of weeks ago, and I was looking at old vintage turtles, and they were cheap. So I was like, I could. I'm like, no, because that's just a dark hole to jump down. So I need to be smart and just stick with the wars.
It's the money though. I mean, it's so expensive in Australia. I mean, I know there's an exchange rate, of course, but it seems even though when you do the exchange rate, you pay a bit more over there. Is it import taxes? That's why it's so expensive.
No, I just think it's the conversion rate, and postage is a killer as well. Like getting anything from America just costs an absolute fortune.
And they chuck 10% GST on there as well.
Yeah.
So that throws it up a bit more. It just all adds up. Yeah.
It does, very quickly.
But I think as a kid for myself, I had two younger brothers as well. So I'm one of those guys that went right up into high school. I don't know if I should be admitting this, but I went right into high school because my brothers were younger, and then Star Wars was the game changer for us in '77. We all got those 3 3/4. Then game playtime was based all around 3 3/4 figures. We started getting Buck Rogers, some Battlestar. Later on, it was some real Ghostbusters, and we even got into the Ninja Turtles, just those first wave of the Ninja Turtles. So we really spanned a good 12-year period. And GI Joes, we loved our GI Joes because they were 3 3/4, and they just all got amongst each other, and it's just massive playtime. It was awesome.
See, because you're also a child of the '70s, so I got started with things like Micronauts.
Ooh.
And
they
came out here. They were big here in Australia, sort of thing. And also Big Jim. I started playing with the Big Jim camper van. I still and then we had the Mego 3 3/4, like Matt said. So we get things like the black hole figures when the film came out.
Oh, black hole figures,
and
a lot now. The original.
Yes, there's one I'm chasing, and that's Old Bob.
Oh, Bob, yeah,
and he goes to 4,000 or 5,000 now.
Yeah. Ouch. Well, that's what you two do, though. I mean, when you watch Keep On Collecting, and like I say, for the lads in the chat, if you haven't subscribed to Keep On Collecting, you never know what you're going to see on your show. I mean, it's always different things. You see the modern or new. In fact, your Space 1999 stuff. That's incredible. Or the one where you open
the Eagle.
That's
ginormous.
The video when you open the TARDIS store, and it's just full of Doctor Who figures. I was like, this is amazing. So
that was just to I needed more space on one of the other walls, and I went and there was just sort of like boxes in the TARDIS. Right. And I went, I want to move that, so I'll put Doctor Who in the TARDIS, and then I can pack more stuff on that wall.
Wow,
it's a good setup.
I mean, but you'll see though, because I mean, Jason, you the way you collect, it's mostly like myself really, and Mike and Jess. It's like the more moderny kind of stuff that you go for. But is there anything back there, vintage wise, that you'd love to start collecting again?
Oh, definitely. Go back and get some of the old Star Wars, which is what I've been doing lately. I've got back and got a Millennium Falcon and all that kind of stuff from Mandy. But yeah, I think getting the Master of the Universe Origins, that's probably been me reaching back into my childhood and getting all those cool figures that I never had as a kid.
I've absolutely loved those. Here he is, Mr. EdFive himself. Do you know what I mean?
G'day, lads. How the frick are you?
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, I've got the best of both worlds here.
Look at that.
Got the crocodile teeth on that.
The Michael Bay boss bounty.
Yeah. Tim would be surprised at that.
Connor's putting everything into the chat, so Connor's being. Let me just sort out this chat a minute. I'm so. This is my second ever live.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard, Shabby. You got to talk and do the chat. Yeah, and think what to say next. Yeah, it's hard.
There you go. They do. I thought that they always seem. It's like when you see the videos and you see the prices when you lads go into your big W's and I'm like 59 foot, and then I'll sit at home and I'll do the exchange rate and I'm like, that's pricey, man. As
I've said before, innit? You just do it by like, what's the price? What's a cup of when you go to your coffee shop? What's a coffee? And over here, a coffee's what, £2, £3 or something. What's it's like, how much is it over there to you?
$5.35.
So yeah, it's like nearly twice the price. So that's how you work, you know.
I see all the prices over here for American stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I'll grab it while I'm here because I know as soon as I get back to Australia, it's going to cost me triple easily. So
yeah. Say I'm not. Oh,
go on, Matt. No, you go.
No, I'm just saying it. Like, what's the average? We get paid. What's the average? I'd say £10 an hour. I don't know what it is now. I'm not sure, but I don't know what your standard.
21.80.
See, there you go. See, it's like double the thing, isn't it? So that's why
that's minimum wage.
Minimum wage, I think it's like £10 something. I think so. Yeah.
You forget, Mike, that the new government has just put the minimum wage up by $40 a week. So,
all right.
Oh, there's another Black Series figure.
It's Harper Deluxe. Bring it on!
Good old Albert, giving us.
I think it's going to get to the point. I think it's getting to the point now. Do I want to fill my car up with petrol, or do I want to get a Black Series figure?
So Nicole's got a great question here. I know mine straight away. I love The Castle. It's it's in my top 5 movies of all time. It's just brilliant the way he's always looking at the paper, and every time he says, "How much does he want for that?" He goes, "I don't know, $50." Dreaming. And my mum still does it now. If we buy each other a present, my mum will always go, "That's going straight in the pool room." You know what I mean? So that's my book.
Because there's a word as man cave. Yeah, man cave didn't exist then when they made that movie. It'd go in the man cave now. Right. That's the pool room is that same place. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is loved in Australia, that movie, as it is in England, because we love that.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If it's on regular TV, people will watch it. But my favorite Aussie film of all time is Malcolm, and no one's ever seen it.
Oh yeah, I know. I never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Is that the one with? Is that the one?
Malcolm? Colin Friels,
That's not the one. What's the one with Mel Gibson? What's the one Mel Gibson done? What's the one he done?
Mad Max.
No, not Mad Max. He did one before Mad Max.
Oh,
He
Tim.
did one.
Was it Tim?
Tim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tim.
When he marries an older woman, he gets like an older woman. Yeah. She helps him, and then he gets married to her eventually. And
my favorite's Kenny.
Oh yeah,
Kenny. Oh, Kenny. Yeah.
Is that the one with is he a cleaner or a janitor?
Yeah, toilet. It's Portaloos.
Portaloos.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Right. I'm glad you said, because Aussie loves that film, and I've never seen it. He said, "Shabby, you've got to watch it. It's a great film." So I'll keep that in mind.
And BMX Bandits, of course.
BMX
Bandits. Nicole Kidman, she was full ginger with the curly hair. Yep.
Yeah, I just like the two. I like the two crooks in it. They're brilliant. The two bad guys in that car. They're just brilliant. You got the blonde guy in it who just doesn't let the other guy drive his car. It's great.
Yeah. Oh.
What about Frog Dreaming? Does anyone remember Frog Dreaming with Henry Thomas? It was four years after E.T., and you don't remember that one? And they thought it was a monster in this big quarry pit full of water, and they thought it was a monster, and in fact it was. Well, I'm not going to give you a spoiler. You might want to watch it, but yeah, it's Frog Dreaming. It's a face.
First I've heard of it. I don't know that one. Wow.
Yeah, Ed. So Ed, you just made your first video on YouTube. I watched it.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I've
tell me
actually
about
made my
your channel.
second video, but you haven't seen the second one yet.
When did that go up? Done up last night.
Spoilers.
Did it go up last night?
No, it's not up yet. It'll be up later today. It'll be up
brilliant.
later on.
So how do you feel making YouTube? Because it's weird. I've been doing it about a year and a half now, and I forget that. But it's this sort of stuff. I mean, my hands are shaking like a leaf. But tell me about YouTube. What made you eventually say, right, I'm doing it?
Oh, you bastards! You pack of bastards over there. You better get on it, right?
Oh.
Get onto it because this thing's going on. So yeah, no, look, everyone wants to see what you've got. I like to show them shit. I've posted my shit once, but Australia Post has banned me from doing that as well, because you can't put that stuff through the post.
Oh, it does smell a bit, doesn't it, after a while? So.
Look, it was just a bowel cancer thing, I was just posting my shit because that's what I wanted to do. Post your shit. And somebody stepped, and I might have set fire to it and put it in the thing. Anyway, but there's heaps to show, and I haven't showed any of it, and so I've got enough content to probably keep me going for about till 2055.
Yeah, I mean, behind the scenes, we've all seen your collection, and wow, man, you've got loads to show.
Should be busy. Should be busy for a while.
Yeah.
So
I some cheap on collecting.
Room tour. Sorry?
What about you? Well, what about you guys? When did you? Because you're relatively new to all this. I mean, you're not like Jesse. Jesse's been doing it donkey's years. Jesse's been on for ages.
I'm doing it too.
Yeah, 2 years. When COVID hit, we just decided to muck around. And
don't go and watch our first video. It's atrocious. Please.
Everyone's first video is bad.
I'm just like that. You know what I mean?
I was checking out some of Mike's early stuff as well, and Mike, he went outside and was watching a hailstorm or something. I think.
Yeah.
Very early on in your channel.
Yeah. At the beginning, you try and experiment with whatever suits your channel, and I did everything at the beginning. Yeah, I did reviewing records. I filmed thunderstorms. I thought I might be one of these tornado chasers. One hailstorm doesn't make you a tornado chaser.
Just stood outside looking at the weather like that. Oh, time for a video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just trying to find what works for you. And the thing for me, the exciting gathering of the news and telling stuff people that like I loved it. I just loved it, and I still do it. It does drive me nuts because it's time consuming, but yeah, I still enjoy doing it. I just wish I had more time to do it.
I know.
Yeah. Now, besides Mike, because Mike's had bad floods and bad weather, were you any of the rest of you affected with what Mike got, or were you was fine?
Nah, we're all good.
Yeah, all good.
Over here it was as dry as a witch's tit.
I was waiting for that.
I shared a video about Australia in the chat about there's a Great Dividing Range where it doesn't push the rain across to Jesse and Dan. It just does not get across that side of the country at all. The East Coast saturated. The center of Australia dry as a dog's bone. Yeah.
All right. So Jesse's hang on a second. So Jesse's 3 hours away from where I am. So he's sort of down further down south. I'm northwest. We have another range called the Flinders Ranges, and because of that Flinders Ranges, Jesse gets and Adelaide has had rain for the last week on and off. We've had none of it, nothing.
Wow.
So it's the mountain ranges which affect how much weather you get.
Got you. So it's the same as over here, basically. There's some parts that get it really bad. There's some that don't. I understand. So
it's your winter now, isn't it? Isn't it winter time for you now? Because Christmas time is summer, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That comment.
I know, Daniel Sharp. Brilliant. And like I say, listen, I'm so new to this. I'm so new. So if I'm missing anybody, I apologise. I'm trying to listen and do this, do that. So you know what I'm like. I'm used to
well, you know, the big YouTubers, Shabby, they don't bother with the chat. They just let it carry on and flow. So you're just getting practicing. You're getting practicing. Yeah.
This is a great question. This is a great question. So this is a USR question that we ask every guest that comes on. And
tips gravy and chicken salt, mate.
Is that what it chicken salt?
Lashings of chicken salt with gravy on top. Bob's
extra chicken salt.
Dan's got it. Chicken salt and gravy.
Is it the brown gravy like we have though? It's not the American.
Yeah.
It's the proper
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
With lashings of chicken salt.
Why is it called chicken salt? Is it?
Yeah.
Does it
because
come
we
from...
actually salt. We actually just get our chicken, put it in the oven, and then flake it up. Yeah. Give it
I thought you rubbed the chicken and whatever come off the chicken. That's what you.
Chicken dandruff.
Yeah. Cremated chicken doesn't sound as full. Doesn't sound as nice.
No, we actually used to do that to Grandma when we wanted to make lamingtons. We just rub our head, and the flakes would come out, and we put them, and that's how you make lamingtons. You see.
You're giving all the secrets
named
away,
after a
Dan.
British guy.
I know.
Yeah. Our favourite treat named after a British lord. How about that? Yeah.
Wank.
Like
Lord
everything in
Lamington.
Australia.
Lord Lamington. Lord Lamington. He came to Australia and we made him a cake. Lord Lamington.
So Jonathan asks, has anyone on the panel ever seen Chawazza? Or is that made up like 90 Spoonie?
Chazwazza.
Chazwazza. I have no idea. What is it?
We don't even know. We don't even know.
All right. Okay.
I just wanted to show something.
Oh no!
In the future.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
So
There's a map.
Australia, and there's Europe.
There's Australia.
And there's
It's
UK
right
in the top. Yeah, I'll fit some right in.
So this is all of Europe, with the
Yeah.
exception
Oh,
of
look,
those
I live in
Russian
Turkey.
fucks.
Yeah. Well, that's what you want to make. You want to make Ed bigger so he can point to where everyone lives on Australia. We get a rough idea then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can you make him just on his own?
Make him big. Make him big.
Make him big. Make him big.
Right, how do we do that? There we go.
Click on the dots. There we go. There we go.
Make me big.
There you are. You're big now. You're big now.
All right, now, children. So
Right.
Mike is about here.
Yeah.
Near the red dot.
Jason
Near the red
lives
dot
up here somewhere. All right, this is where Jason lives up. He comes from up there
That's right.
in Queensland, God's country, Brisbane, Vegas.
That's right. The Sunshine State.
Yeah.
Yep.
Australia's
Mike-
Texas.
Mike's sort of just below this red dot because that's
Oh,
so
that's
he's
handy.
about there,
That's handy. That's
and
handy.
there's Sydney there. Now Canberra, that's where our side lives. Sci-fi lives
Okay.
in Canberra. Where are you guys, Matt? You're in New
We're
South. or
it's
whereabouts?
just 2 hours north of Sydney, and so just point to
Right,
Sydney,
right.
you'll be right.
just to the tip of
Yeah,
Belgium here. This is where Matt
there
and
we-
Matt live. Yeah, young Jesse over there. He lives in Radelaide because that's a red
Okay.
place to
Okay.
go. All right.
Okay.
Also, Adelaide's
And
on the
just up
coast.
here,
Yeah.
we're all coastal kids, mate. Everyone lives on the coast. Nobody. The only one living in here are the darkies. You go, what's
Well,
that?
the Aborigines. The Aborigines. Is that what you're going to say? Yeah.
Now,
The Aborigines, right, got you.
up here is where I am. In this little pointy bit up here
Yeah.
We
is
live
the
in
Gulf
Italy.
of Spencer Gulf, and that's where I
Yeah.
am.
Is that Ayers Rock, the big rock? Is it right in the middle of Australia? I've always wanted to know. Is it right in the middle? Is it?
Pretty much.
It's right.
More or less.
It's right in the middle of
Pretty
Australia.
much.
So
It is right
if
in the
you
middle,
break up
right?
this country, all right? If you
Yeah,
break up this
yeah.
country, you draw a line down there. That's
Yeah.
Western Australia.
Yeah.
You go across like that. That's Northern Territory. South
Yeah.
Australia underneath it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cut down here. That's Victoria,
Yeah.
and then cut along basically there. and going up there, and then that's Queensland, and then
Look at that.
down here
You see,
you got Tassie.
I've had a geography lesson. I've had a brilliant geography lesson tonight. I know where everyone lives now. That's it. I can. So when I think of everyone now, when I'm in my sleep, I know where they are. That's great.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Can we all welcome Darth Muzza to?
Hi, Darth Muzza.
Oh,
Hey, how are you? I sent out an invitation, and I saw you over there in the chat, and I thought, what's he doing?
I'm a total noob, trying to work out technical stuff.
Oh, brilliant. Right, somebody before asked this. Hang on, where was it? I've lost it. I'm not going back. Something about Chopper. What's Chopper, lads? Is it a TV show? Is it a movie?
Oh, Chopper.
It's a film. It's a film. Isn't it?
Chopper's a
so Mark Chopper Reed is one of the worst.
He's a legend. He's
dead now for starters, but he's up there with Ned Kelly. He was basically a lot of shady underground stuff. But in and out of prison most of his life. And there is a movie which is so Eric Banner plays Chopper. So it's a true. It's all based on fact of what he actually did back in his early younger days. But he actually did chop his ears off in prison hack his own ears off.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I think that was he tried to get out as like insanity. He cut his ears off, but it didn't work.
He's a nutter. Yeah, he's a nutter. Let's cut his ears off.
We do that though. It's like Dick Turpin and Jack the Ripper. We love him.
Go Folks. Go Folks. Yeah.
We idolised bloody Ned Kelly, who was a bloke, he's from Irish background, and
They recently done a film in Ned Kelly, didn't they? They've done a film in Ned Kelly recently.
Did Jagger play him as well, Ned Kelly? I'm sure.
He did a good job.
They did do a movie with Nick.
Yeah. Oh, crikey.
The last one would have been Heath Ledger did the last Ned Kelly movie.
All right. Yeah,
I've got a comment here, and I was thinking about putting it up, but I'm going to because it is funny, and we're not on Matt, so I don't mind.
Oh dear!
I've got a comment of Love about it that says, "Aborigines, we call them the Here's one. What area do the Yowie live? What's the Yowie boy?
The Yowie is the Aussie Bigfoot. Yeah, the Aussie Bigfoot.
Oh, you're going to get left coast coming over to Australia trying to hunt it. You know?
If you hadn't for a while, I don't think anyone.
So we actually have two versions. We've got the Yowie, but we've also got the Bunyip.
Oh yeah, the Bunyip.
The Bunyip. The Bunyip. What's that?
Bunyip. Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in the Murray River.
Yeah,
correct.
So, what is it? A creature or something? A Bunyip? I haven't a clue what it is. What is it?
Like the Loch Ness monster. It's mythical.
Like a dinosaur. Yeah.
Like a big walking carpet. One of those mythical creatures.
Got you.
And don't forget the drop bears. The drop bears.
Yeah, drop bears. Yeah.
Most deadliest creature in Australia, the drop bear.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's a town on the river called Murray Bridge, and they have a little ode to the Bunyip, and it's like a water monster, and this is what it is.
Hang on,
all right.
I can work it out now. So
it's lovely looking monster.
I like it when he's big.
Yeah, you put your $2 in the thing, and he jumps out the water and he growls at you.
Oh, nice.
That's
Bunyip. There you are, mate. See, look at all this we're learning, Matt. We're learning.
I know. Quite cool. Yeah. All these phrases and things, creatures.
All the Americans in the chat going, we didn't even understand the English. How are we supposed to understand this lot?
Well, I seriously hope everyone's taking notes because there will be a pop quiz at the end of the show.
Oh, crikey.
That's great. So I'd like to show. Can I just take 1 minute to show you something that arrived today for me? Those lovely lads, Gianni and Greg at Red 5, sent me the mini guide.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, look at that.
It works as well because Simon bought a biker scout off Andy at Hollow Chronicles, and we were trying to work out what card it was, and this works. perfect for it. Couldn't believe it. So thank you for that. Honestly, I know the EdFive Designs lads have been in the chat, so I really appreciate
It's a good size too. It's a great little size, isn't it? The size of the book.
I mean,
like
that's what she said, Mike.
the thing about it is, I know we've
slips
all
in lovely, doesn't it? Slips in lovely.
I know we've all become good friends with it. So I don't want it to sound like I'm, but the quality of it is just unbelievable. And the thickness of the pages, the quality of it. So I'll keep this sort of stuff forever. So I really appreciate that. Anybody else got anything new we can show today? Except for obviously Ed's map.
I think some people were upset that UK was actually in it because we're not part of Europe anymore now. So.
Oh, that's you have to get a new map.
Yeah, can you just push UK out of it now?
Well, when it was made, that was a go. You guys were part of the EU, so
you
stuck with it.
Stuck with it. I don't mind.
You're bloody stuck with it.
I saw Chopper in an airport. I saw Chopper in an airport back in the day.
What did you?
His bodyguards, Jesus, they're bigger than him. They're carrying bags that were like you'd swear they were full of guns. Yeah.
Hey Scott, nice to see you, pal. So, has anyone picked anything up? Would anyone like to show us something from their collection or something that means something?
I didn't bring anything down.
No.
Well, I can probably show something.
I've got something to show you.
Yeah, because
mine's all in tubs at the moment.
If I go and get it.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Nice bust.
Make me big, Shabby. Make me big.
He's got a big bust there in his hands.
One of Matt's favourites, a lovely big bust. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that bust. Crikey, that's a big one.
That's
nice.
So, no.
Is it coming out of the box?
No, I'll do a review of this one.
All right.
In the near future, but it's 293. There was only 1,000 made.
Oh wow!
So there was a video, someone filming at celebrations because these are made by Gentle Giant and Diamond Select. So it's a Gentle Giant thing. So I saw it in a showcase type thing, but I apparently already had it ordered. So there you go.
Very nice, very nice.
Jason, did you have something?
Well, I know the other day Andy did a video about going to Star Wars Celebration and all the good things about it. And one of the things that he knows I was very vocal about was how long it took to get autographs and the fact that probably shouldn't have done that. But anyway, I certainly can't complain about having that now, like having Anthony Daniels sign C-3PO.
Make him big.
It's a replica. It's a replica card, original figure. But getting him to sign it, that was pretty cool. So I can't complain.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
so
that was
very nice, mate.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the only other one that was a real pain in the butt to get was this one, Ashley Eckstein.
Oh yeah,
3 hours waiting to get her autograph.
Oh my god, 3 hours.
Because she takes care when she does it. Like she really does. She has a bit of chit chat with you. Yeah, very. But
how long she expect she spends a long time chatting to each person who comes in, I guess, as well, doesn't she? Yeah.
So it just took forever, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Well, I've got something to show, and I'm showing this specifically because there's someone on here that made it for me. So this has been sat on my shelf ever since it came, and this was made by Darth Muzza.
Oh yeah, that's
that was a nice piece.
I couldn't believe it, Jesse, when it came over. I saw this. He said, "I've sent something for you, Shabby." Oh, I thought, wow, it'd be a bigger and. This box weighed an absolute ton. I thought it was a brick or something, a dead body. But honestly, look at that. I mean, it's the detail on it and everything else. I'll treasure that forever. I absolutely love it. So that's what
and it's perfect for the land speeder. So, did you make it with the land speeder in mind, Muzza, when you made it? Because it looks like it's perfectly fitted for it.
No, but I did the same thing. I put the land speeder in it and went, well, that looks awesome.
It does look awesome with it in, yeah. So I took the figures out because my clumsy self. I mean, I had all the figures, but I put only one in it and Luke in it. It looks so it sits just on there of myself and my books are. So I love it to pieces. But did you ever sort of making a YouTube channel showing all these creations you make, Muzza?
Well, that's the idea. Eventually, if work can let off me, then Hopefully
when he gets around to it.
Yeah.
When I get around to it.
When you get around to it, then that's actually a thing as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Around to it.
If you haven't got around to it, well, then you won't do it.
But
And that's,
the
yeah.
mate,
It's a bit like a
the mate came
rewrite.
out of
You've
the,
got to get
out of the
around
toilet
to it.
once and asked me mum and said, "What do you do with your root to toots?" And she went, "What?" He goes, I'll try this. See if this works.
So, Muzza, I've got to ask you, did that cost you 3 wombats to send it across the pond?
That just keeps on going, that does.
Like the movies.
Yeah, Spaceballs. Yeah.
Oh,
That's funny, mate.
£7.50.
Yeah,
That joke even reached Australia. That's amazing. That joke.
Oh,
It's
we
well
know.
famous, that joke.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Drop bears. Are there drop bears? What are drop bears?
Well,
Drop bears, we mentioned drop bears. You got to be careful when you walk under the trees because they're big, and actually the guys that drink it. So we have a thing called Bundaberg rum, and they actually have a drop bear on the front of it. Yeah.
we used to tell the tourists, you've got to be careful of drop bears. You've got to put Vegemite behind your ears, and that stops them from.
Are they hairy like bears or what? They just what?
So yeah, well there is a koala, but a koala isn't a bear.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Like a man-eating koala. Yeah.
Well, hang on. You all Vegemite eaters, but have any of you had Marmite?
Yeah.
I don't eat Vegemite. I don't eat
Do you
Vegemite.
not?
It's disgusting.
I love it. Put a quarter-inch stick on my toast. It's great.
We have an auntie. We have an auntie from Tasmania, and she brought it over Vegemite. It's the first time I've ever. And I love Marmite.
Yes,
so,
I've
but
tried
it.
it.
Tastes different. Yeah. It is different. So
it's a slight different flavor, but yeah, very close to Marmite. But I remember when I was a kid, we had both, and I think Mum used to get us Marmite because it was slightly cheaper than Vegemite. Don't know why, but so yeah, I remember I always wanted the Vegemite versus the Marmite because it just tasted a little bit different.
God, you saw the
stronger.
So Marmite was like the second best version to Vegemite.
Yeah,
exactly. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was the poor cousin type of thing, and I don't want Marmite.
And then the Kiwis started making Promite.
Oh, Promite, yeah.
What's that? I've never heard of that. What's that one?
Well, it's the sad black sheep of the family for starters.
The best one though was Cheesy Mite when Dick Smith was doing it for a while there, and it was like a mixture of cheese and Vegemite. It was just it was beautiful.
All right.
Back.
Yeah. So Jason, does this not make you want to start a YouTube channel? All these boys on here, we've got you.
Well, when I get home,
Twitter there. So if you want to check Jason's Twitter, you can. But
Well, when I get home, I can probably catch up with all the guys, and we can, see their collections, all that kind of stuff. Who knows when I get back?
Yeah. It'll take him a few days to get around the country, but he'll get there. Yeah.
Here's a good question. Manga Fantastic asks, Mrs. Manga was saved £5 in a house fire. Has a dog or dingo ever saved you from anything?
Yeah.
Certainly not.
The dingo ate my baby. Dingo ate the baby.
Oh dear.
This is great. I am loving this tonight. This is brilliant. I knew it would be.
Jimmy, maybe big because there's something I wanted to show, but I
that map again.
To show it yet. So maybe big.
What is it this time? A map
Just
of
get it
India.
out.
You got a map of the world now, or something.
So when on my road trip that I did last month, when I was interstate around near Mike's country, I managed to pick up this.
Oh,
all right.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's the
Mandalorian cologne. Now it's got
cologne.
and the semen from a mudhorn. That's what you smell like.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to ask. Does it smell like a sweaty helmet or something?
Sweaty helmet.
It's like the inside of a sweaty helmet.
Yeah, well, it's better than sweaty than something sweaty. I know that.
Brilliant. So Daniel asks, Muzza, what did you do to make it? Now, Daniel, if you don't know, makes some awesome dioramas. Daniel's got his own YouTube channel, and it's unbelievable what he makes. So, what did you use to make my diorama, Muzza?
Actually, I've got a bit here.
Bit of hay and some mud from one of the rivers, and it's actually got the pebbly bits are actually rabbit turds.
Shut up, you.
Shut up. let Muzza speak.
Yeah, I was going to say, how long would something like that take you to make?
About two weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, afternoon, evening. All it is like it's an insulation board.
All right.
You buy it at your hardware store. And the reason why yours was heavy, Shabby, is because I backed it with timber. So it'd make trip all the way out of you.
Yeah, you would have to do that.
Yeah, glued it together with liquid nails, like construction adhesive.
Oh, yeah.
And then plastered it with spack filler. And then it just went to work with the paints.
Hey, listen, any of you boys that can make stuff like that, I find it amazing. It's beautiful. Let's have a look. Let's try and get to this chat. Aussie, now, I've heard of Jason that Australians don't drink Fosters. And that ruined it for me. I thought you all sat around drinking Fosters.
Was it Castlemaine X as well? Is it Castlemaine X?
It depends where you are. In Queensland, they drink 4X, yeah. But 4X depends which state you're from.
Because they can't spell beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the Great Northern's one of the more popular beers at the moment.
Yeah, Great Northern's very good.
Yeah, Great Northern's nice.
Yeah.
But
not Fosters at all.
Oh, Fosters is terrible.
Headache material.
We keep Fosters for the tourists and for the Poms.
Any sort of Asian? Do you drink any Asian beers or anything? Like Tiger beer or anything like that?
The funny thing is most Australian beers are now owned by Asahi. So, like, most like I think 4X and all those, they're all owned by Asahi. So they're all owned by Japanese breweries. So.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. But that's what blew me away when I got here. Like I went to a drive-through. Well, not really a drive-through over here. They don't have them, but went to a bottle shop and they had this massive can of Fosters. And I'm going, who the hell's even going to drink that? Like, this massive, huge can. It's like, who drinks that?
They drink it, mate.
Yeah. Oh, Americans.
But yeah, always go on the Fosters, even before work. Yay!
Oh, wow.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, Ed.
That's why he's so lively.
It's never too early for a beer.
5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog. Yeah, part you out, wasn't it? Yeah.
The dog hasn't got out of bed yet.
Every stereotype that we have about Australians, you meet Ed and you're like, well, it's all true, isn't it? You know what I mean?
There you go,
Hey,
guys, a fun fact. I don't drink at all. I don't drink at all. So that's a fun fact about me. Teetotaler.
I'm not a big drinker.
Mike stopped drinking when guzzling came in. Once guzzling came in, game over.
What's guzzling? What's that?
Guzzling. Where you drink it one go.
One go.
Skull. Throw it back.
Skull.
There you are, Jason. Only one's come up with it. You can call your channel Jason's Old Toolbox. There you go. Me and we might have some good names.
Get the merch going.
I like that.
Me and we might have some good names.
I'm going to have to copyright that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jason O Toys. You can have Jason O Toys. There you go.
Smugglers, hello, Christian.
I come from the song. We come from down under here.
Oh, is that right? Got you. It's the song.
Only when they're pregnant.
Now, in England, we have a divide.
Men at work.
Men at work.
Yeah, men at work.
Yeah. we have a divide between the northerners and the southerners, and we have a friendly banter and all that sort of stuff. Do you have that in Australia? Do you look at some part of Australia?
Oh, yeah, there's a bit of that.
We do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so between New South Wales and Queensland, in football, what we actually call football, or rugby, if you want, right? They have a thing called the state of origin, and those two states go absolutely bananas for it. All right, so it's between the cane toads in the north and the cockroaches in the south, and every year they have the state of origin. But between South Australia and Victoria, we have the other sort of football, which is Australia rules football, and same sort of rivalry goes on with that sort of shit as well. Me being from New South Wales. Yeah. Originally, I'm originally from New South Wales, so I am a cockroach still.
There's the Palmy-Palmer debate between South Australia and Victoria as well, whereas chicken parmigiana or a parmigiana, we call them palmies here in South Australia. It just feels more right. And in Victoria, they're all about the Palmer, which just doesn't sound right, and it's wrong. And then I think
it's still going over there.
That's brilliant. Oh man! So, questions? Who gave the koalas? Chameleon. Thanks, Connor.
I think they just.
That was me. I got
it. Yeah.
Dan had to fall on the sword.
Yeah.
I heard Bob's been out. He was salacious. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was Bob. Yeah.
Bob
was on the
world.
Suspicious Ron. I reckon. Yeah, it was Ron.
Yeah, Ron.
It's like what now Cadbury. So you I remember that because it was Easter, wasn't it, Ed? And you went through yours. For some reason in America, they don't really do Easter eggs. I was saying this to behind the scenes, and my kids were always like, "Oh," and our side had to send me some. Oh, yeah, they'll do them, but they won't do Easter eggs like we did. But you do the same thing, don't you? It's big Easter eggs at Easter. It's not just the bunnies we go for.
No, yeah,
actually, I'll get something. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
the stores full of them here in Australia at Easter. The half the shops are just Easter eggs. You know.
Yeah, that's what it's like at home. But over here, nothing. They don't do. Well, I say nothing, but do you get yours like in a cup and Easter egg goes in it as well, like all different ones? And...
You get all different types.
There's all different types. Yeah. God, get ones with Smarties in them, all kinds of different ones.
Yeah, the Humpty Dumpty ones.
Yeah, the Humpty Dumpties. Yeah.
Humpty Dumpties. What's that?
Jason,
I've never heard you talk like this before, Jason.
That's because I'm back amongst my kin, you know? Back amongst the Aussies.
Who's Jason become, Matt? Who's Jason become?
I know, he's alive, isn't he? Yeah,
getting back to my roots.
All right, so just so you know, I always keep an Easter egg for my birthday every year. That's my tradition. It has been since I was a kid. This is the Easter bilby.
Ah, bilby.
Oh, yeah, the bilby.
Right. Now, the reason why we have an Easter bilby is because they ate all the fucking rabbits.
There we go. Yeah, they ran out of rabbits. That's great.
Oh, there's another one. What kind of music do kangaroos listen to? Hip hop. Well, thanks.
Oh, crikey.
It's funny as well with all you Australians on, because in England, and the lads will contest to this and that, when we were kids, you never really said a time. Your mates would always know when to meet you, because you'd go, what time are we meeting? After Neighbours, after Home and Away. When the Sullivans was always on in the afternoon, and on a Sunday night was the only night me and Si were allowed to stay up even though it was school the next day, because at 10:30, Prisoner Cell Block H was on. And I loved Prisoner Cell Block H when I was a kid. With B and Lizzie and all that sort of stuff. So what were the TV shows when you were a kid that were massive to kids, if you will?
Monkey.
Oh, Monkey Magic.
Yeah.
Oh, the goodies was 6 o'clock. It was a staple, the goodies. Definitely the goodies.
Yeah, the goodies.
That's right. But then in between, you'd have things like the Trapdoor, Duckula, all the Britishy stuff.
Banana
Oh,
Man,
you get Danger Mouse? Danger Mouse?
Danger
and
Mouse,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Danger Mouse, yeah, there's
Metal
one,
Mickey
yeah.
was on reruns. Yeah.
Metal Mickey.
Wurzel
Yeah.
Gummidge, Cat Weasel,
Weasel,
all that.
Cat
stuff.
Weasel, yeah.
The Wombles
Yeah.
of Wimbledon. Yeah,
There's Brum.
we just got
Yeah.
so a bit like you send all your convicts over here. You also send all your TV shows with us.
That's right.
So that's why we got a lot of our own.
Kenny Everett, Captain Kremen.
Oh, Kenny Everett.
Oh,
Love
we
it.
love Kenny Everett.
Yeah.
I remember
My
this
two,
stuff.
my two little ones are into Bluey at the moment, and I tell you what, the first time they said that to me, I nearly wet myself. I'm watching a Bluey. I thought, what are you watching?
Oh, you said the right word.
Oh, he's got them there. There you go.
They live in my
a
house.
Bluey is it's an Australian cattle dog. Yeah.
Yeah, he's big over. Bluey's big over here, but it's just funny the way our Lucy said I'm watching Bluey. And I thought, has your Uncle Si been round and sent you videos? What's going on?
We get the car and everything. We get the bloody car. That's Bluey's car. Bluey.
How
got
come we
a
don't do
car?
videos on these, Mike? How come we don't do videos on?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Because my audience is a bit more grown up than this. This is like for 5-year-olds.
Well,
Bluesial Mike.
That's what I collect.
Usual, Mike.
I only collect that.
Yeah, branch
there's
out,
a
Mike.
toy
Yeah.
shop that's shut down in my town. There's obviously you know about the flood. Toy shop that's shut down and is selling it for their what do they call them? The store fittings. And we went in there and checked out. They're looking for benches and shelves and that. And they had a store fitting. You've ever heard of Sylvanian families? They're about yay big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a store fitting for one that's not for retail sale. Look at the size of this one.
Wow.
That's a
Okay.
big one.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Make him big
for the girls.
Make him big.
Yeah.
Big.
Let's have a look.
That's the one the Sylvanians hid away.
That sits on the bench.
Oh, that's a great
It's
picture.
not for
That is.
retail
We
sale.
could. Someone could take that picture now.
There's your next thumbnail.
Yeah, isn't it fun now?
The Sylvanians hid that one away because it's mutated.
Right, I've got a question for you. Of the lovely biker scout, our biker asked, do Aussies regard us Scots as Poms as well, or is it just the English? Oh, that's a good question.
No, just the English.
Just
Just
the,
the
what is it, Pom? What does Poms? I've never known what it means. So Pom.
It's meant to be spelled Pome, and it's meant to be prisoners of Mother England.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
They
That's the story of it.
Poms after pomegranate, the stone, because when they came out of Australia, their skin was white as pomegranate.
Oh, there you go.
If you look it up, that's where the term pom come from.
Right.
Oh.
Oh,
Because
okay.
they call me limey over here. Well, the Americans call me you're limey, and I'm like, do we even get called English anywhere? Do you know what I mean?
So I got called English while I was over in America. They thought I was from England. So
Yeah. Well,
I had a guy think I was South African. I'm like, South African?
South African?
Mate, I get called Australian more times. I think it's because I've got a northern accent, so I don't sound like Hugh Grant. Do you know what I mean? So what happens is everywhere I go, this one person turned around. I was with Jen, and this one person turns around to go, "So, how's things down under?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they're great."
Pop another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
When we first heard Shabby's accent, it sounded like there was an episode of The Goodies where it was called Ecky Thump.
Oh, Ecky Thump.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ecky Thump. Just when we heard him straight up, reminded us of that episode straight away.
Yeah, I'm from a coastal town called Blackpool. It's a very big tourist place in England. And I just say it's near Manchester. It's easy to say over here. But we go into one place and this lady turns around, she hears my accent, she's putting stuff through, she's on the cashier. She said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from England." And she goes, "Is that near Great Britain?" I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "My husband takes me to France or Ireland every year for our anniversary, but this year we're thinking of doing England or Great Britain." I said, "Just doing both." I said, "There's a moat, and you just go over the moat." Write it all down. All right. Question from the panel: Ford or Holden?
Oh, that's divisive. That's a very divisive question in Australia.
Who are these people? I thought they were cars.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Volkswagen person myself, so.
Oh, the R cars. Oh, right, I got that right.
Well, they don't make neither in Australia anymore anyway.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah, they both used to be made in Australia, but they stopped all manufactured cars here now. So
what is
the Holden plant used to be in Adelaide, and the Ford plant is in Melbourne or Victoria. And so because we have the V8 supercar races as well. And so it was a rivalry from probably.
Oh, the 70s.
Bathurst started in the 70s or maybe even late 60s, I reckon. Yeah, late 60s, I reckon. So it's been going, since the Emperor Hadrian. It's been going on forever.
Right. And what was Holden famous for? Sports cars, trucks? What was it?
Commodores.
Ute. Or what Americans call pickups.
Oh, right. I know
you pick up your mum in your ute, is what you do. You pick up your mum in your ute and you go for a hoon. That's what you do.
Trevor says, congratulations to Australia for making the World. Yeah, I watched the game. I watched it. So I thought, wow, on penalties, it was a close, isn't that? What's that, Muzza? Let me make you big.
That's a Holden.
Holden.
Red Bull, Holden racing team.
Yep.
Right, so
can't find the damn hat. But if I hang on a sec, I'm just going to take you out.
Oh, hang on. Let me make you big then.
I'll take you out back.
Oh, has he got a Holden out there?
He's got a Holden for sure.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. It's going to be Australia.
There it is. That's a Holden.
There we go, Aussie backyard.
Well, that's a Holden. Got you.
That's a Holden. Station wagon. Start playing the we're going across the USA.
Shaggin' wagon.
Shaggin' wagon.
Shaggin' wagon.
Doesn't do much shaggin'.
Throw a mattress in the back and away you go.
Excellent.
Now this is an easy question. Tim Cahill, it's got to be Everton legend. Legend.
Of course, Cahill.
I'd say Cahill because I saw more of his games. I saw more Tim Cahill play. Yeah.
I loved him when he came from Millwall for about £1.5 million, and we thought, who's this? And he was only little player, but I tell you what, Everton, I loved him. Harry Q was all right, but he played for the Reds. We don't talk about that on this channel.
Sorry, loves him, but you know,
he's got his Timmy Cahill punching that corner flag.
Always, every time he scored, punch the flag, And on FIFA, you can still do it, and that's my thing on FIFA. Every time I score, I have to do that one. So, I loved it. So are you going to watch the World Cup then, boys? Are you going to
maybe big Shabby, maybe big.
Hold on.
He's got his plates out now. Here we go.
Maybe big.
I made you big.
Is it coronation plates? No.
All right.
Yeah. Don't drop them.
This is a Ford.
Oh, Ford Cobra.
And that's a Holden.
He's got both.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
No,
I like the Holden.
Is that your form of NASCAR then? Is that your form of it over there?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's
but we don't just go around a circle. We actually go around a normal track.
Muzza's got a model on there.
And we have street races.
Oh, they are.
A lot of the tracks are actually street tracks as well.
Look at that. That's nice, doesn't it?
Because the Australians call that a cobra, but
we call it.
I hear people cobra.
Well, that looks like a Capri over here, doesn't it? Kind of a bit more beefed up Capri. Yeah.
Capri? That's a funny way of saying Cobra, Matt.
we call that Ford Capri. That's what it looks like. Yeah. If you look up Ford Capri, it looks pretty much the same. Yeah.
But
we had a Ford Capri here as well, Matt. It was a soft top girl's car.
It is. It's a Ponce thing, wasn't it?
We've lost Jason. Jason's gone. We've lost
him. What's the car? What's the police car they use in Mad Max? Then the first Mad Max. What sort of car is that? Do you know what that?
His car was His car was like that one. That was the XB.
So his car was like a Cobra, like a Ford. It was called the Interceptor.
Yeah. What was the actual the police car one? The the one with all the
That was the 4-door one.
Yeah. All right. Because I don't get as much love, does it, as the actual main V8?
No, the coupe's the better one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, we've got a question for you boys. What can the panel tell us about the Great Emu War of 1932?
A lot of birds really stuck their neck out for that one.
That's right.
Jesse's got it.
Yeah.
You got it, Jess. You got it.
Yeah.
I'll just dig up my grandfather and ask him.
Brilliant, Si, brilliant. He said it was the diorama of the Blue Oyster Bar from Police Academy. Oh no, I've loved it. Honestly, this is why I said to Matt and Tez, we've got to get these lads on.
Yeah.
This has been one of the best streams I've ever done. I've loved
It's
it.
been trying to plan this, isn't it? We've been kept talking about it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And
it's just a shame Tez is at work, bless him. So.
Yeah, I miss you. Where are you, Tez? Where are you? I'm missing you, Tez.
Hey, Starblazers.
Oh, Starblazers. Yeah. Good shot.
That's my brother. That's my brother.
What Starblazers then? What is it, Matt?
That's my brother. We used to watch Starblazers as kids. We used to love that. They converted the Yamato, the old battleship, into a space-worthy vehicle.
Yeah, it was Japanese.
Yeah, it's Japanese. Yeah. So I guess early anime stuff.
Was it Star One over here or something? Star One, I think.
Might have been called something different in England.
Star One in the UK, yeah.
Hey, Steve, how you going?
There was like another one we watched called Battle of the Planets. It used to be on
Planets. Yeah.
I remember Battle of the Planets.
Yeah, Battle of the
Man,
Planets.
it was called as well, wasn't
Catcher
it?
Man. Yes, Catcher Man. Yeah.
A big fan of that. So,
hello,
Stephen, Matt's brother. Nice to see you. So, did you get things like Terror Hawks then and stuff like that in Australia?
Yeah,
because Americans never got it. They never got it over here. So.
Yeah, a lot of the Jerry Anderson stuff we got. Yeah. Obviously, the Thunderbird.
A bluey. That's a fire.
A bluey. It's a firework from where I'm from. That's under the.
Manga fan that derby. No, I don't remember that, Nick. I don't remember that goal at all. I don't remember it. So.
We're all kids at heart.
Oh no, I'm honest. I'm in stitches. This is.
So, just so you know, so when you start, what they call kindy here, which is like the start of school. Yeah. Everyone actually gets one of these books, all right? And then you learn all of it.
All right, here we go. We're going to learn some slang.
Right, so let's learn some then.
So we actually get that. We get that at a very young age, and they hand them out at the call kindy. So from the age of 4, you get one of those books, so you got to learn it, cover to cover.
Yeah.
And they go from there.
Right. Well, are you going to show us some of them then? No?
Well, I mean, ask me a question and I can tell you, things like, if you're very thirsty, you'll be as dry as a dead dingo's donger. Or
all right, okay. Yeah. Oh, dear.
So if you make a blue, what's making a blue then? Do you know what that is?
Bluey, yeah.
It's a huge mistake. Like coming on in.
Do penguins or Tim Tams? They say no, they don't, and I know that for a fact now because I've had Tim Tams.
Yes, Tim Tams are good.
Never tried a Tim Tam. No.
They are good, but they're very. I thought they were very sweet tasting Tim Tams.
Depends which one you can get. You can get all the different flavors. Like they'll have Black Forest ones, or they'll have caramel ones. Just depends what you get. They're all different.
Double
salted caramel, double
coat.
Right.
Yeah.
And
the trouble with your taste buds now, Shab, is you've gone all American. Like you've lost the British flavour taste. You've lost the taste palate, and that's why you think Australian biscuits are bloody too sweet. But it's because you're in the States now, you see.
RG takes a piss at me because of it, because I'm always complaining about the food over here. And he says, "Who are you?" He said, "You're a connoisseur of beans on toast." He's right. You know what I mean? Well, there's a special way to eat Tim Tams. Is that right? You have to break the ends off and
Tim Tam slam. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
tin
funny.
and
You bite
So you
the
bite
either end off,
off
and suck a
corners.
coffee through it.
Got you.
That goes
Right.
low.
Tim Tam Slam.
Just might not
So
like
good.
them.
Yeah,
Oh, not that way. I find that the terrible way to eat Tim Tams. That's just the worst way to, for me personally.
just eat
If
them.
you want to eat them that way, go right ahead. But I won't watch you suck it through. No, look at me. It's just a,
Do you like
way
dipping
to
them? Do you
enjoy
like
it.
dipping them in milk like they do
No.
with the Oreos?
I
No.
actually put my Tim Tams in the fridge and make them really cold, and then eat them
Oh.
cold. I want them
All
cold.
right,
I don't like melty chocolates. They got to be like a brick,
like a brick. Yeah, yeah.
hard like me.
And so in the UK, they have Cadbury's as well, but it's different. It tastes different to our Cadbury's here, and that's because we've got what they call it's an agent which is put into the chocolate, which is it make it last in a higher melting point. That's why it tastes slightly different.
Got you. The thing is, when you went through that supermarket, when we were behind the scenes on my Instagram, it just looked straight like England. There's Cadbury's there, there's this there, and I was like, wow, it's so much like home, but not like America. Do you know what I mean? I think your food is more like ours, isn't it? I suppose, than it is over here. Well,
pretty much,
Yeah, we like pies and stuff, don't we? Meat pies.
So we go Cornish pasties and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, we like it. Yeah.
We like pies with dead horse.
Why is Australia
smothering dead horse?
Why is Australia in the Eurovision Song Contest? I didn't even know they were. Are they?
We don't even know.
We have been for years.
Well, it's
because
we probably needed someone with a bit of humour to join them.
Oh, hang on a minute. That's where I've seen Matt and Andy. And Andrew before the Eurovision Song. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. You know what I mean?
It's the beanie, yeah.
Tim Tams is in the cookie. Tim Tams is in Tim Tams. So at the Tim Tams Slam. Let's have a look. Any of you near the Bathurst racetrack? Vintage would love to buy vintage.
So Dave, I was actually born half an hour. So I lived in a place called Orange, which is half an hour from Bathurst every year. So my old man was a dustman. No, my old man used to fit auto parts for cars, and so every year we were in the pit lane and stuff.
Right.
So days of Peter Brock and you know. That's where I got those plates and stuff from. So yeah, it was.
So
every year was.
Motor racing's a big deal, I never knew that it was a big deal in Australia.
Yeah. So there's a song which Midnight Oil sings called "King of the Mountain." Now that's about the Bathurst race, because if you become king of the mountain, and it's a bloody hairy, scary track to drive around as well. And these guys are banging around there, at, 200 plus clicks. And there's a thing called the dipper, and you go down there really fast, and your nuts will be up in your neck.
Right. They changed it, didn't they? Because it was dangerous down at the end of the straight. So they did someone die in the end of the straight? That's why they changed it.
Something like that, but they had to change it. It was just way too fast.
So you don't.
Because the guy died along there. I was actually at Bathurst the year that happened.
So the Australians, they don't go around in a circle like the Americans do. So they
we actually go
on the actual road.
All right, I was wondering, yeah.
I mean, I used to think that until you go. Isn't that right, Jason? Because they are crazy over. I mean, they are like behind each other, like right on this round.
I went and saw my first NASCAR race a few months back, and it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah. That is the advantage, though, of seeing that.
Impressive.
You can see the whole track. But when you see a Grand Prix, you sit somewhere, you don't see half the race, do you? Which I think is great.
Our races, Matt, are like the Grand Prix tracks. So they're big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're big. They're big. Yeah.
Just to answer Owen's question, we asked Sci-Fi to come on, and he did get back to him, bless him, and say if he can make it, he'll definitely.
He's actually working. He's working.
There you go.
Yeah. So sorry, I said his apologies, but he's actually working. Yeah.
Just about to send him a message.
Where the bloody hell are you? Hey, Papa.
Where the bloody hell are you? You put out a book before, and it was the slang book. I got the Greetings from Oz book.
Oh, look at this.
Let's make it big. Let's make it big.
Oh, he's got balls on him.
There we go. Lovely.
Yeah.
It's just terrible photos of Australia. Just
Go on, let's see
odd,
some.
odd pics.
Yeah, let's see some, mate.
I don't know if there's anything.
Yeah.
Transferring Healing Gateway.
Oh, that's exciting.
Fast wanker.
And someone made a book of this. Crikey. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's a book of like advertising signs, and people have defaced them. Like a shop called Jizz. You ever shopped at Jizz? I'm not kidding.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Greetings from Oz.
I bet there's a lot of stains on those dresses. Yeah.
Keep out.
Keep out. Yeah. Oh, I love that one.
Lovely.
Oh, dear.
They deface the signs instead of pay here, someone's changed to poo here. Closing down shop. Yeah.
The stuff
it's a weird. It's very weird, but yeah, that's greetings from Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jizz shops were actually opened by Monica Lewinsky. She opened the chain.
She did.
Oh,
I'm big
dear.
again. I'm still big.
Make him big. Make him big.
Making me big on full screen.
He likes being big. Come on.
Oh, I tell you what.
Tez, if you're still there, Tez, check your message. Check Facebook, Tez. Check Facebook. There we go.
You want to see some pickups?
Seriously, yeah, let's have a look at some pickups. Awesome. Let's have a look.
Yeah. Oh, he's got.
Oh, there is.
Oh, nice one, Muzzy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's get Muzza up.
Did you get it for 54? 54 or 39?
No, I waited.
39. Yep, 39.
39. Yep. But
Nice one.
bargain of the week.
Oh, hang on.
The rest of us going $39 for a Black Series. $9.
Oh, $9. That's great.
I never saw that figure over here. I never saw it once. Never saw it. No.
No.
Yeah, we got flooded with them.
There you go.
Oh, Omega. Yeah.
45. Oh,
You've been
Crikey,
shopping at
Owen.
EB Games. I recognise those stickers.
Dango. Yeah.
Dango.
Figure that everyone's chasing.
Oh, yeah. That one's that is a nice
Yeah.
one. That's a nice one.
And,
Well, yeah, they're all there in the States, then. That's awesome. I mean,
they're
around.
all over the place. Client.
The client.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm
not-
not
it's in there anywhere. Wow.
No, we haven't had Jace.
No.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
Echo.
I got that recently.
That's the best one out of the bat. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
These all came in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow. Yeah.
And all on the shelves.
Oh,
Wow.
Who's
Not a-
next? Let's go up.
Cheddar.
Not all.
Hmm.
Hey,
Cheddar Patrol.
Ed,
Yep.
I know.
And this one.
You make me big again, Shabby.
Yep, I can make. Awesome. Look at that.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, Ed.
None of these. We haven't seen any of these in
Well,
the States.
add
have we,
that
Jason?
up.
I'm gonna
Where
get.
is
I'm gonna get a couple. Hang on, I'll show the ones I showed.
I don't know if you can see in there, but he's hard to see. But my one's missing part of his gun.
You joking?
No.
It's had a short shot in the moulding of the gun.
Oh, damn.
So I had to get another one.
That's 'cause he actually broke out of prison, so that's what you call a sawn-off shotty.
Yeah.
Oh, should he?
The Australian government seized it before it could come out of here. That's all.
But I've taken a leaf out of Vern's book, not pre-ordering anything.
No, I'm done with it. I was
Since,
done with it. Well,
since
Jason, me,
January.
we've been waiting for that Antop American. What happened to that?
and Top
figure,
Merrick,
Jason?
yeah.
What happened
It's
to that?
still on order.
Still
I jump on Target and it's still showing as on order, but yeah, it's been out in the rest of the world, but nowhere over here.
Yeah. Jesse, you got anything to show?
Not on me, no. No, I've had a few figures come in the last couple of weeks, like the deluxe Stormtrooper that Ed just showed. And I got the Boba Fett and the Ahsoka ones last week or the week before. So, yeah, nothing huge to rave about at the moment.
Yeah.
That's what I can show you. He's upstairs. It's upstairs, but there it is. Yeah. Oh, I got one too. That's me. Oh, shout out to bloody Instagram there. Beautiful.
Matt and Andrew.
Well, one of the ones I got this recently. I got that one.
Oh, he's got one as well. Yeah.
So yeah, got that one the other day, and that is a cool figure. The Umbro
Looks
Opera.
nice.
Oh, it's a lovely, lovely figure.
Yeah,
Looking
the
forward to
work
that
on
one.
that is impressive, and the card is just amazing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, and let's have a look at Matt and Andrew. Let's see these boys.
Oh, well, quick to get them up. The carbonised ones. Thanks, Mike. So where I can't find the camera. So there's Grand Moth, and there's so these are actually on Target online, and they were super cheap for like $7 or $9 in Australia.
Wow.
So I picked up all four of them. I think that's because of Mike, of course. You know, flashing them up on his channel. So and half got our
Oh
votes.
yeah.
On the door, pinned up on the door.
Hey, Mike, are you with your Star Wars stuff? Is do you have stuff in tubs as well, or you just what's behind you? Yeah, because
what's behind me is only what I can fit in shot. That's all I can fit in the set.
Is that room just yours now, or that was the kids' room, wasn't it?
It's always been the kids' room.
Oh, so it still is the kids' room, is it?
Yeah. For filming purposes, that bedroom is the most soundproof for me. That's the sort of it's a good quiet space to film. And I just thought I'll set up my stuff here. And the wife's going, "Oh, you're going to work in this room?" I said, "Yeah." And pretty much from there, it's just been, we'll just stay in that room. Because another room is very echoey, and there's like, it's right next to the laundry. And if she's washing like clothes and stuff, it'll be so noisy. So that's a perfect room. Yeah, and everything that fits behind me is just what it is, and everything else is in tubs. Yeah, I try and swap it out a little bit, but I like the loose figures on display because it's sort of like it makes me not just be, oh, he's that weirdo who just keeps everything in a box. I like a few loose figures outside.
That weirdo keeps everything in a box.
We all do that.
Well, now they're changing the packaging. Like everyone, I think we'll have to take them out and display them.
I don't know how far I'll go down that line. I
not buy them.
Or
not buy them.
I just buy them.
Yeah.
Well, I've started another hobby.
Yeah.
Another hobby I started. Yeah. Cricket cards. Cricket cards.
Now let's have a look.
Oh, the Don.
Yeah. Do you recognize the Don? Yeah.
The Don.
Well, I've got a few of him. I've got. Okay, you got 34, 33 Don.
You won't get copyright.
We got 1930 Don.
Did you get these in? Did you get Mike? Did you get these in smoke? Is it cigarettes you got them with or something?
Cards,
Was it cigarettes
some of these are British. Some of these are British.
Yeah.
Another one. Another Don. They're very old. And this one here from 38 is absolute pristine condition. That could be graded 10 now.
Wow.
Yeah, that could be a $1,000 card.
$1,000 or more.
That one, Nabisco, a British one. Yeah, crispy Wheaties, all the way from the UK. and that's one of my oldest. 1923, Harold Horder, who was the captain of the Australian rugby league team at the time.
Wow.
So that card's 99 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's another hobby I do. I know I collect collections. I'm fucking mad.
I think we're all bloody mad.
Yeah, there we are. Right, I need to ask you a question. Daniel Chart asked me a few chats back, and once again, I'll tell you, this is only my second time doing this, so if I've missed anyone in the chats, I apologise. But what's a bogan? What's a bogan?
Oh, okay.
An Aussie redneck.
It's like just a real Aussie redneck. Yeah, that's probably the closest. Yeah.
Aussie redneck is the easiest.
They're the ones that sort of really ochre, really sort of they get around and they, I don't know, like it.
They usually have a flannel shirt. They have a mullet.
Yeah, a flannel or a white beater.
So
like packet of Winfield Reds up the sleeve.
They talk like this. They talk like this, guys. What are you on, mate? What are you doing?
I'll tell you what.
Well, my name's Pointer. It's Pointer. Mr. and Mrs. Shazza.
Bravo. Shazza, yeah.
And
I guess that's like what we got over here is chavs, I guess, in the UK. I guess that's
And here's another question.
In Russia, they call them gopniks. Is Russian call them gopniks? Same deal. Gopniks.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a Russian bogan.
Russian bogan.
Right, was Hull and Emu popular in Australia? Rod Hull and they were massive in England, so were they popular in Australia, boys?
Yeah, didn't they go over to Australia? Didn't he to do a TV series? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Rod Hull, I don't remember him.
Wow.
No, I thought he went over to is it Channel? What's the big channel over there in the 70s? I can't remember.
You're not thinking of I remember Marty and Emu. It was like a Marty and Emu as a kid.
That was a kid's show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember a Rod Hull.
Oh, is that with the blue emu thing, the puppet? Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's Aussie Ostrich, isn't it?
Oh, Aussie?
No.
There was a Marty one.
There was a British one. There was a British one.
Yeah,
but it would have been a British version. I can't remember the British version.
Yeah.
Mike, question for you off our Tim. Mike, do you take your set down after each video, or do you risk it with the kids?
I risk it 24 hours a day.
Ooh.
It's risky.
Whoa.
It stays there.
Dangerously.
And they don't touch it. You tell them not to touch it, I guess. Yeah.
My kids don't. They don't come in here.
The girls not interested. The girls are not interested. But I'm sure when the little fella gets a bit stronger and taller, he's going to want to get into it.
They'll start disappearing that stuff, won't it? Yeah. Hang on, that's gone. Where's that gone?
Got to risk it for the biscuit.
These kids are all in Perspex boxes now, and they're all graded. So,
well, we've got.
What was the next question? What was only one question? Or something about Jaws?
So, Valerie Taylor and Jaws. Let me go. Bloody hell! I've got to go all the way back up here. Here we go. Right. It is two of my favourite Australians. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Valerie Taylor. Yeah.
So they filmed a lot of the stock footage for the original Jaws movie around Port Lincoln and Coffin Bay, which is not. It's about another 5 hours away from me type thing. So we're actually not even that. It's because I forget. Sometimes I think I'm in Adelaide still. It's about 2.5 hour drive from me. Is where they filmed a lot of the stuff, the stock footage for those movies. Well, we don't call them sharks here. We call them knowers because they fucking know everything.
Clarification. I was once told a joke which is 10 meters. What is 10 meters long and has 37 teeth and bus full of bogans? So I've got a bunch of toy collectors on here. So I'm gonna have to. I want to finish off by talking about the plastic at Hasbro. So what do we all think about it? Are we happy about it? Do we not mind? What do we all think?
Well, you mean the plastic bubbles?
Take the bubbles away. Like take the plastic away. What's the
Yeah, what's the point?
Like, what's the point? Like you've got a plastic figure
When you get that,
inside a plastic. There's less plastic on the outside. It's crazy.
Yeah. So we're all in agreement then, basically, aren't we? I think we're all in agreement with that because it is strange, especially when I've not heard another toy company come out and say they're doing it. It's only Hasbro, that's doing it. So it's a bit.
I mean, how many plastic? Most of us collect them, and whether the vintage collection you collect it and keep it on card. So
all of them practically, yeah.
How much is that going to end up in the ocean, killing a turtle, or in landfill? Probably none of it.
No,
none of it. No, it's going to stay on the shelf, isn't it?
Whereas these, I'll open them. That goes to recycling.
Well, I don't know. Surely they can find a way to do recyclable plastic and stuff like that. Like Coca-Cola and their bottles and stuff. They're all recyclable and but. I don't know. I think it's silly unless they're going to start doing cardboard. Unless they're going to start doing cardboard action figures, who knows?
Yeah, but it's saying it. I mean, I've read that they've got to print more cardboard now. They've got to put more ink on. So the ink that's in the card is as poisonous as the plastic because that's got to degrade, and that ink will just get into everything. That's poisonous as well. You can't. So you can never really win, can you? there'll be come to a point when the card is just blank with all black and white, you know. That used to on the back of some of those cars. Yeah.
Yeah, I just find it. I don't know. It's like I say. They always talk about play. We don't really play with our toys. We display them, we articulate, and we keep them in the boxes. I mean, exactly. You see my Black Series; it's all lined up, and I like the way it is. And a lot of people say you can't see them, Shabby, but you can because I can pull them out, and I like them in the box. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, I know when I went to Celebration, when I went to Celebration, I was actually lucky enough or unlucky enough to actually have a chat to Patrick. So he was there, and I said to him, like, you know, how far away are these, you know, the new cardboard vintage collections? He said, we're still thinking about it. We're still doing some market research. And I was like, I said, look, yeah, don't do it. Just don't do it. Like, seriously, stick with the original stuff. So how well that's sunk in, I don't know.
Well, they say there's only like 25% of collectors only keep them on the card, which, you know, I think that's more. I think there's a lot more than that, isn't it? They said they've done sort of what do you call it?
What if they find ways to minimise it, like do what they do with the old Kenner figures and just have a little bit of cardboard in there to keep the figure sort of standing in the middle of the package, sticky tape the weapons to the inside of the bubble. I don't know.
Yeah, take away a little bit of the plastic, but leave the. Yeah, I agree with that.
Just minimise it a little bit.
Yeah,
that archive.
Yeah,
they could bring that out in an Empire box in the Galaxy line. And
I hope you bought everything for everyone.
Yeah, you having breakfast there?
What's going on here?
My wife just got back from the markets and it's like, we got donuts in here. Donuts here.
Donuts.
He's definitely on smoking.
I've got a question for Manga Fandanga. Question: us Brits are proud of the original OT. The prequels were filmed in Australia, but which one's your favourite, Danny or Kylie? Danny for me because she's a dirty bitch.
Well, see, because Danny used to be on a TV show in the 80s called The Young Talent Time, and I had a massive hard on for her then.
Danny was always my favourite. I was never a Kylie fan, like to look at. I liked her music, but it was always Danny for me. Yeah, she was there.
Yeah,
well, Danny's got more front these days.
Danny's got more front. Yeah.
Well, she was until Jason reminded me of Kimberly Davis, and he sent me a picture of Kimberly Davis. And
yes, Kimberly Davis.
Yeah. Question for Jesse: do you film in there when it's late early, or not to disturb others?
Usually late. Usually it's at night time when unfortunately I had to move back in with my folks earlier in the year.
Right.
So I've come out into the shed, which is basically a man cave, my dad's man cave. So I shoot out here after they've gone tucked off to bed for the night. So
what's it like being back home though with your mum and dad? I bet it's cool, really though. I bet your mum makes you a cup of tea and everything's done for you, isn't it? You know what I mean?
No, I still do everything myself. I'd rather not. I enjoy my independence way too much.
Yeah.
I like my own space. I don't like.
I don't know. I suppose with me having 4 kids at home, I would love to go back to my mum's. I'd love to go home. You know what I mean? Plastic isn't going away. They are. Darth Muzza thinks it's not going. So we'll see. I think that's what it is. We just don't know, do we? They're just not telling us.
Don't know. The day will come, won't it? The day will come. So we'll see.
Here we go. Here's a question for all of us. What's the Holy Grail item you are always after? I'm thinking of Graham Thing from Monty Python. What's your Holy Grail, boys? What's your after? Well, you just got the Kraken. Keep on collecting, boys. I saw that video. That is really nice.
I want Mike's other donut.
Yeah. Who's that?
That's another Australian. Australian right there.
Quiet.
It's Jason Donovan.
Jason Donovan.
Yeah, got Carly sleeping.
Bloody hell. It's Jason Donovan. The last episode. So you know that Neighbours is wrapped up now, right? They've finished
I don't watch it.
And Smiley and Jason come back.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, they come back for a scene.
And Guy Pearce is back as well, isn't he? Guy Pearce.
Yeah. Guy Pearce, yes.
Yeah.
Toadie's going to have to go get a real job now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Russell Crowe in it? I'd love to see Russell Crowe turn up in it. That would have been cool, wouldn't it? He used to be in it, didn't he?
Ben Mendelsohn should come back, and he was in Neighbours.
I can say Kylie now. I've got Tess here.
Chris Hemsworth was also in Neighbours.
Yeah, he was. He was
pretty much every major Australian actor's been in Neighbours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boss was in Neighbours.
Was he?
Was he? Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
honestly
for a couple of weeks back in 2002 or 3.
What?
Even the Pet Shop Boys were in Neighbours.
Were they?
That's true.
Oh, yeah, they
The
were.
Pet Shop
They were.
Boys,
They
They
were.
were in Neighbours.
I remember the scene they were asking where they were lost and they got out of the car.
They were going to the recording studio.
That's right, yeah. So let's get back to this question that Steve asked. What's your holy grails, boys? What you after? Don't all think at once. Do you know?
I'd still like to get I'd still like to get a barge.
The barge, yeah.
I agree with that. Sail barge. I was really annoyed that they didn't come out here.
Yeah.
Jesse's got one. He's the only Aussie I know that's got one.
Yeah, there's only a few in Australia, isn't there? There's must be only a few. Yeah.
There is bloody scarce as rocking horse shit around here.
Pretty scarce.
Right. So the barge for Ed. Anybody else?
Oh, I would love to get my hands on the Palatoy Death Star again.
Palatoy Death Star. What's that?
One of them.
Can I do non-Star Wars?
Yep.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
I'm going Masters of the Universe, Eternia.
A decent bloody
There's somebody in the chat that might be getting one of them. So I'll just keep that there because there's somebody in the chat. Right, hang on. Let's make Muzza big.
Who's playing Simon?
No.
No, I've got a small model of that.
Oh wow!
And I've got the bigger one of the. Hang on.
That's the solo one.
So I've got that
solo one.
Yeah,
that's the one from Force Awakens. But I've got the master grade. Got the master grade one, the bigger one on lay-by. It's like $800.
Whoa!
The master grade one.
1/72 scale kit. It's massive.
It's 1/72 scale, at about $800.
Oh wow! Never.
So
and
same
detail
price
as you
as
can
my
imagine.
Razor
It's got
Crest.
Yeah,
a solo
it's
Falcon.
movie accurate. But yeah, this little fella, I'll put all light.
Oh, nice.
There's better one.
How many batteries are going flat?
So sorry, keep on collecting. Did you say what your grails were? I apologise.
Mine was Eternia and Andrew.
Andrew.
Sail barge for me.
Sail barge.
Yeah.
Sail barge.
Sail barge.
Did it cost you a fortune to get that over, Jesse? The sail barge. Did you get it from America or England?
Oh, when they finished the thing and Hasbro had they had a couple hundred left over or something, and they gave them out on eBay. Well, they put them up on an eBay page exclusively for those outside of the US. So it was a case of jump on, be there at that time when they dropped, miss out, and they're very lucky to be able to get one. But it cost. I think ended up being about 1,100 Australian dollars.
That was like the Razor Crest.
Worth every cent.
They put that online on Zing, and then it went straight away.
Right.
Yeah, and I actually missed out on the Razor Crest first off, and I went and cried at Zing, and then they rang up and want to drop it out. Oh,
sorry. Have you seen that? Seen that, Shabby?
What was that?
Oh, it's gone.
Hang on, let me put it. Yeah, what's that?
Have a look. Put it on again. I can't do it now. I can't do it from my end.
Let's have a look at your stream.
Oh, that's
it's a custom from the movie Master of the Universe.
Yeah, Master Universe one. The
If you click the arrow, hold on. Hold on. Can I do it? You can see. Look at that. That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the back of it? Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
I know it's a custom. It's just that's mad, isn't it?
That's incredible.
How big is it? How big are those figures?
Yeah.
Well, they got to be.
I don't know.
Are they from the classics line? Like
Sure,
7
that's what I'm
inches.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think they're all customs, aren't they?
Yeah,
Wow.
custom figures. Look
He's
at
a
it.
cool character. There we go.
Look at that. They've got a guy in the background now with a mic boom.
Yeah, film it.
Yeah,
The camera's filming it. Yeah. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Wow.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, and sorry, Mike.
You know, Michael Reed, by the way. I just saw Michael Reed.
Family bunny up already. Like,
Oh, the bunny. You want to? Any fan?
yeah, I've put it on Twitter already.
Mike's starting a new collection.
So, what does Stan say here? I met Dana Minogue while I worked on board tennis in Belfast. I remember she said, "You smell nice. I hope you got on." And I said, "I hard on, but I hope you get." True story. Me and Simon, Stephen Dennis in a pub in Blackpool. That was a great night.
Did it make you feel good?
Wow. I tell you what, he I'm not going to say he was brilliant. He was brilliant. He really was. Yeah. He never went to Lassiter's in the morning. I know that for a fact. So.
You never went to Lassiter's.
Here we go. Question: do you prefer Indiana Jones or Han Solo? And why did you pick Indiana Jones?
Yeah, Solo, isn't it?
Do you think that
I can't wait for the Indiana Jones figures.
Yeah,
they're going to be good.
Yeah, they're going to be brilliant.
They're actually carved out of wood, though. They're not making them from plastic.
Is that what it is?
Fully biodegradable. Yeah.
Big people.
Let's have a look. Agreed. I wonder. Here we go. I wonder if anyone asked King Arthur what his holy grail was. Easy, Keith. Excalibur. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, let's have a look. And just the bards needs to be made, but bigger. Oh, they are Darth Muzza. It should be. I don't know, mate. It's massive, that thing. It's huge.
It is, isn't it? It's as big as a coffee table, isn't it? You need a coffee table to put it on. Yeah.
Do you reckon they ever will V1 HasLabs again? Because we checked the.
I've already got my holy
there.
grail.
Look at that.
Let's have a look.
Got my holy grail.
Found his holy grail.
Oh.
Excalibur. There it is.
Do you keep it wedged in a rock? Do you keep it in the rock?
under his bed.
I used to keep it under my mattress.
Yeah.
All right. Jenny, did you have to? I was going to say something bad. Did you have trouble pulling it out?
I can whip it out for you now if you want that. Hang on. Why the whip round?
No!
What you don't poke something out?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Daniel thinks a HasLab sound colour is a must. It is, though, isn't it? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. But anyway, we've come to an end because I know there's another live stream on after all, so I thought we'll finish early. But honestly, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, this has been one of the best streams ever. I've laughed for 2 hours. I've absolutely loved it. You Australians, 2 hours nearly, 8 minutes.
Yeah, so it's 1 o'clock nearly, crikey.
Yeah. So obviously I've put all your links. I've put all your links and everything in the description, but if you just want to go around and tell everyone where they can find you, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, but I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and Matt and Tess for coming on, thank you lot so much. You've made my night. Thank you all so much. It's been
great.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
We're going to have to do this again.
You've been banging on about it for the last 6 months, so it's about bloody time you did it.
We were planning this
Have to crack on and do it, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know there was another live stream on as well, so I want to apologise to those lads. It's just it was finding the time, wasn't it, boys? We just couldn't find the time at all for us all to get together and do it.
It makes it hard with the time.
It's only a one-off, and we'll hopefully do this again in a couple of months or maybe 6 months again. We'll do it. Yeah,
I knew I was going to laugh this one. I knew,
but it does make it hard with the time difference as well, because obviously you want everyone to see it. And You know,
well,
we don't want to get
you Aussies will be on different time zones as well, won't you? Because me and Jason
that's right. Well,
that is.
Yeah.
Jesse and I are half an hour behind all those other buggers.
Right. Those other buggers. But Matt, tell them where they can find you, Matt, and then we'll go from Matt to Jesse to Ed, so forth.
Well, everyone knows where I am. You don't have to worry about me. They got, Well, you know, I'm on YouTube and I'm on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Facebook, you know where I am. People know where I am.
Yeah. Likewise for me, pretty much on all the Instagrams, YouTube, obviously all that sort of stuff, Facebook. But I just want to give a little plug for where I work.
Kessel Run podcast.
We just put out our first podcast episode. So and kesselrunhair.com, we're doing a little bit of we've got our little toy store sort of just growing. So if you're in Australia and want to check out what we've got, please do it.
That's all. I didn't know that. That's awesome, man.
So you're still doing cutting hair,
yeah, cutting hair and selling toys. We're just doing something different. Yeah.
Can you put hair back in, Jesse?
If I could, I would have done it to myself.
Yeah, I think I would have as well. Yeah.
He can with a staple gun. He can put a hair back on the staple.
I'll put a bit of super glue on the head and dunk it in the bin at the back of the shop.
But for the hair, they actually collect pubes. So.
Take them off down there, put them in there.
We get all the curly bits on the side.
Ed, where can we find you, Ed?
You can find me under a rock most nights, drunk.
Tell them about your YouTube channel, Ed.
Yeah, you got.
EdFive. I'm trying to work out a name to change it to, so that what's that space? But yeah, you can find me EdFive on YouTube or Aussie Blue Snaggletooth on Instagram.
There we go.
Yeah. Funny. Yeah.
My turn? Oh.
Yeah, your turn. I know you're new to YouTube, so tell us.
He's only got very small subscribers. So everyone get everything, Mike, and subscribe. Yeah.
If you can help out Mike, that'd be great.
He's struggling.
My original name was UsualMike Television Toy Showcase. Was the original name of my channel, and I cut off the toy showcase long ago. Yeah. Sometime after that Hail video.
Yeah. Now it's UsualMike. It's Surveilling Families.
Debbie, make me big like Mike. Make me big like Mike.
Big like Mike.
Usual Mike store motto.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. And
because I always wanted a television channel. Yeah, years ago, I just wanted to have my own pay television channel. That's all it was. Before YouTube ever existed, I thought, once I leave school, I'm going to get my own TV channel and I'm going to put whatever I want on it. And then along come YouTube years later, and I'm like, oh, I can make a television channel here. That's why it's called UsualMike Television and not just UsualMike.
Yeah.
Or is it? You did Hot Wheels, didn't you, Mike? It was Hot Wheels you used to do as well.
I did Hot Wheels. I did Funko Pops. Wrestling. I did weather. I did records. Yeah, just trying to find what fits, what works, what works. Yeah. What because like with massive collections, you've always got content always to go to. Look, I can go right here if I wanted to. I was like,
oh, he loves getting that rabbit out. He really does like getting that
3 times now.
He loves it. Yeah.
He's got a pretty big money. And my Instagram is UsualMike TV, but it's usually I just whatever I've got new. I'm very slack at using Instagram. I want to use it more and put more on my collection up, and it's just an advertisement for my YouTube channel. Just putting thumbnails up and saying, "Oh, look at the new one." They're always a work of art, by the way. I'm going to bring out a book one day. It's going to be called UsualMike's Thumbnails, and just all my thumbnails. That'll be
always. Hey, Mike, I hope that rabbit hasn't got myxomatosis.
I'll find out tonight when she gives me chlamydia.
And Matt and Andrew, I'm so glad we found you two in our community. You are honestly, I've wanted to talk to you two for ever since I watched your videos. You've been fantastic, and it's great to see you, Andrew, back on your feet, back in business. It's really good to see you, my friend.
You guys got a live stream again Monday, I guess? Monday afternoon?
We do. Yeah, we're doing another live stream again. We're getting Scotty to host this one for us.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you very much. Like, Shabby, like you've welcomed us especially into this community, and It's been fantastic to meet all you guys today. I'm really sorry, Jesse, as well. We've only we said, look, what's Jesse got? So we only found you last night, Jesse, and sorry.
There you go. No,
catch up on.
Hang on a minute. Jesse's YouTube channel is older than him. Muzza, where can we find you, Muzz?
Usually in most YouTube chats.
Yeah.
One day.
He's always around. He's everywhere.
Yeah. He's like Rolando. He's like everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Instagram.
And we can find Jason probably going to see Top Gun 2. You've seen it about 6 times, haven't you, Jason?
Oh, yeah. I can almost quote the movie now. Yeah, pretty close.
So we can find, like I said,
I feel the need for Jason.
Jason's Twitter. Join Jason on Twitter. He's brilliant. And his Twitter, everyone's links and everything is in the description. So
yeah. Usually on Twitter or usually in the chats. So, just say good day.
Even the big volleyball scene, Jason.
Oh no! Well, there's a football scene in this one.
Yeah,
so,
get your top off.
I'm just so glad you came on, Jace, because you've done. You like Muzza. You're in so many live streams, and everyone talks. It's just nice for everyone in the chat. Face to
a certain individual might have twisted my arm, but okay. Now I'm on. Maybe I might do a few more.
Oh, brilliant!
Good.
And our special VIP Australian in the corner down there. There he is.
Jason
Donovan.
There he is.
I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitch like Matt though. You know, Matt's on Twitter now. On Twitch now, isn't he?
Is he? Has Matt got on
Twitch account? Not TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok.
Oh yeah, it's on TikTok.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue how to use it.
Yeah, you don't see.
Guys will get this. Want to see me growling that?
Oh,
no.
it's a pain.
Matt sees them every day, doesn't he?
I see them every day, planes, I get sick of them.
Well, that was the thing.
F-18G.
That's
that
nice,
was
man.
That you collected, Jason, as well, when it was the model planes, but you got rid of all yours, didn't you, Jace? The model planes and all that sort of stuff. Do you not think you're going to get back?
No, that was what I used to collect before I got over here and started to collect all the action figures, probably. Like, I don't know. Like, I had so many kits and I just didn't have the time to make them. So, who knows?
Let's just go to the chat before we go.
I would actually like to see Matt's Growler collection.
There's only one. That's all you need.
Thank you, everyone.
Keeps it in the box and in bed.
Yeah, it's upstairs and it's hibernating at the moment.
Thank you so much, and the chat. You've been absolutely. You know what I'm like, honestly. If I fell in a sack full of thumbs,
something happened to you.
I'm useless at stuff like this. So you lads have been absolutely brilliant. I'm really glad everyone's enjoyed it. So let's have a look. Ed. Oh yeah, it sure did, Christian.
Yeah, watch that.
Sure did.
Yeah, your Shabby's analytics are gonna go like that. They're gonna go like that. They're gonna go nuts.
The thing is about it, I'll be perfectly honest, and if you watch it on replay, I mean, if the lads in the chat and the lads been on, it's made my night. It really has. I've had a great time. So anyway, we're done. So thank you all for coming. I really enjoyed us in that. We're going to do this again, Matt.
No one leave. Just stay on afterwards for a bit. Yeah.
And we'll see everybody soon. All right, everyone. Thanks very much for watching. See you, everybody.
Ta-ra.
See you, everyone.
Ta-ra.